Today, I'm going to be showing you 15 useful and helpful Minecraft resource packs that you can add today. Now, these are pretty cool and can help in a variety of different circumstances, whether you're a content creator or you're just playing for fun. These are pretty cool. And as always, links for these will be in the description. What am I looking at is a pretty simple, but very useful and helpful tool. And you can kind of see it popping up just a little bit around as I look around. And it will also tell you the axis if you crouch. This can be super helpful in identifying various different blocks. For example, you've got the regular terracotta here, but we have the orange terracotta and then the red sand right here. And it also shows the health of all the different villagers and mobs around you. And it also shows the items. So I know that villagers can be pretty annoying, so it's good to know how much health they're at, so you don't accidentally have problems with them. And this next one you might have seen already in my hotbar. All of the spawn eggs have been revamped, so you actually know what they are. This can be super helpful in finding what you're looking for in the creative menu, because I know it's so hard to find all these. And some of them can be pretty fun to look at as well. It's a lot more interesting and will help you navigate your creative menu a lot better. And now this next one is pretty similar, but this is Potions Alive, and it also revamps all the different textures for the different potions. So you'll actually know what they are. Obviously, the water breathing one is probably my favorite, and you should be able to pull these from the creative inventory a lot better. And as you might have noticed, I am actually wearing armor right now, but it is invisible. And that comes in with our next resource pack, which is invisible armor. And as I hop into my inventory, you can see that I'm wearing all these different things, but it's not showing up on my player. This can be super helpful, especially if you're making content. Here's an example of what it looks like with armor. And you still want to get all of the buffs from armor, but you don't want to have it obscuring who your character is. So this is a pretty simple one, but helps a lot for content creators. Next up is Chest Looter, but this has a couple other cool features as well. And as we come into the chest, we'll notice that there is a new menu on the right-hand side. For example, the top one is a search. If I want to find all the chests, all I have to do is click on the chests, and the ones will be highlighted. But if you click this again, it goes into the auto place mode. And this is more like Pocket Edition, where all you have to do is click the items, and it will go right in, or it'll pull it right on out. But here's the feature that you've been waiting for, which is the Chest Looter. And the cool thing about this is that it also works on servers since it's a resource pack. All you have to do is loot it just like this, and you can pull everything out of the chest. Have you ever been confused about all the enchanted books? Well, no longer. Now you can have all these different icons that will show up as you hover over them. So now you can see all of the brand new pictures that come along with all the books. Now this is a very simple change, but I know it can help a lot, especially if you have books that have a lot of different enchants. For example, if you got multiple ones on there, it'll look something like this. Now here is Fly UI, which is super cool. It changes everything in the UI to make it look way cooler. You can hop into the settings and check out all the different tabs, as they'll look a little bit different. Same with the dressing room, but most importantly, it changes play, which is also really cool. So feel free to check out this cool new UI. Now, next one is pretty helpful. As you can tell, I've got a pumpkin on my head. And if we go into first person, there is no overlay. So you can run around with this, and you can have a pumpkin on your head, so you won't have to worry about all the Endermen. And these pumpkin heads are pretty obtrusive. Look at what it looks like with a pumpkin head on. And so here I am in the end, I'm wearing a pumpkin, and I can look directly at all these Endermen, and there's no problems here. So just like that, it can be super helpful, so you can do whatever you want while still wearing the pumpkin head. Now, next up is Clean Glass. This cleans up the textures of the glass so they don't have those weird spots anymore. And this obviously works with all the different glass types, so whatever color you have, it will look a lot better. Now, sometimes the coordinates can look pretty abysmal, and I'm not a big fan of just the white texture with it saying coordinates on there. However, this completely overhauls it and makes it look way more interesting. You've got the locator icon and the 3 different colors for all the different coordinates. Pretty simple, but it's pretty cool. Now, next up we have is Font Plus. As you can tell, the font looks just a little bit different, but some people might get bored of the regular fonts, so you can kind of change that up with this one. And this applies to everything in the creative inventory, and it includes all the stacks and numbers that you see. And the cool thing about this one is all you have to do is go to the options, and you have a couple different fonts to pick from. You have Minecraft 10, Viafont, Russo 1, Neothic, and Chomsky. So feel free to play around with this to get the right font that you want. And one of the most helpful of all texture packs is actually a combination of many different resource packs. So this is Bedrock Tweaks, and you can customize it in a ton of different ways. You can have invisible item frames, more accurate scaffolding, round logs, suspicious sand, different color of slimes, better sunflowers, different wool, doors with glass panes in them, and so much more. I've actually done a more in-depth tutorial on this, so if you want to check it out, feel free to check the card right up there. There's over 200 options that you can enable in this pack and make it exactly how you want it. So this one might be a little bit cheeky, but it is also pretty cool and can be pretty helpful, and that is player hitboxes. As you can tell, I am playing on a lifeboat and it works perfectly fine. And a cool thing that you can do with the hitbox display is that you can change the color, the default plus the rainbow, opaque, and no head position ray. And you can see through walls using this resource pack, so would I recommend it? No, but it's pretty cool. And next up is clear tooltips. As you can see as I'm scrolling through, they don't have the black border around all these items, so it's a lot easier to see and a lot less unobtrusive. This is really just a small thing, but it can truly help immerse you in the world just a little bit more. Now, sometimes it can get pretty dark in your caves, and it can be difficult to see. However, this next one adds full bright. Now, it will be a little bit easier to see in your Minecraft caves. Now, this can be super helpful if you're playing on streams, as this will give a little bit more contrast so you'll be able to see just a little bit better. Because I know sometimes it can be really hard to see and to record videos that are difficult to see in all the darkness. And you can have different options, so for mine, all I have to do is press F8, and it'll pop up just like that. And if I want to turn it off again, all I have to do is click that again. Pretty simple, but pretty helpful, especially for those content creators. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully some of these have been helpful to you. So, feel free to check them out. Links will be in the description. And if you want to see some more content like this, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.